Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, see, today's the day. We're going to walk into some radioactive, reactors. We're gonna bite spiders. We are going to, you know, eat soap or something. I don't know however you get superpowers. All right. So, thank you, Dragon King. I appreciate it. I know it is a new shirt. Um, you know. 2 minutes on time today. Yeah. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Yeah, my sorry if I'm a bit slow today, both as a person and internet wise. Hmm. Yeah, yes. We're gonna be biting the spiders, you know? Yeah, but no, my internet's been awful. Like literally yesterday, my internet was down for like 12 hours. It was very frustrating. Um, but stuff happens. So let's see. Let's yeah, last thing that we were actually doing was I before we can do powers, I gotta debug whatever I did here. Um, so let's just run that first. This CPU is at 100%. Wonder what's that about? Mhm. So we are going to start more on the basic side, probably like movement. Like honestly, like I don't want to make things less exciting, but today is probably going to be more of like a back end thing. Like y'all remember how with the character customization, it literally was like a week of me defining data structures. It's not going to be as bad as that, but it is going to be like similarly boring at times. Um, I actually haven't made VFX for a while, if ever. I mean, I'll match together pre-made VFX, but I don't usually make them unless I'm doing something very specific. But yeah, so where am I going? Okay, so let me see if I can. All right, so what's going to happen here? So it's booting that up. Huh. Okay, never mind. It looks like that just worked. Never mind. All right. Debugging finished. Easy. Cool. All right. So be it. Um, yeah, let me see. So I guess I'm just gonna turn on this. Oh, I turned on Copilot. So let me know, yeah, if you see some AI talking to me about stuff, it is taking over my mind. Yeah. Make the game good. Okay. Honestly, this is going further than I expected. Yeah. Okay, so it's iterating through every player once. I respect that it knows to use get players instead of players get children. That's good. It comments way too much though. Um, yeah. Uh, yes, superhero to AI confirmed. Yes. Um, as part of our messaging that AI is going to lead to mortal metal and cause the end of the world, we're going to be using AI to make Superhero Life 2 remakes. The but yeah, I don't know how to feel about AI, yo, because on the one hand, like, I think it is a useful tool. On the other hand, it's getting a bit weird, isn't it? Like it's getting a bit uncomfortable at times. It's getting a bit strange. Um, Not sure if that's a compelling argument against it, but I will say that it is an argument that exists. Okay, so how about let's let's start by just giving a list of the powers we need to transfer over. Um, let's see. Yeah, no, I think in terms of using AI in creative things, using it isn't so much a problem. I mean, obviously, you want it to be trained ethically, but even then, that's like I understand fully why artists are frustrated when an AI is trained off their work without their consent. That makes complete sense why they'd be frustrated with that. But I do think that long term, you will have models that are trained off open source things, like for, and then like you'll just be kind of stuck with the fact that you have an AI that can do this stuff, and but you know, it, it's not. I think that the discussion about AI usage will be around for a long time, even after we have a few ethically trained models. Um, so let's. So let's just copy this. Yeah, I think the thing about AI in terms of creative stuff, you can never be proud of the AI part specifically. Like that's just ridiculous, you know? It'd be like being proud of a camera for like capturing an image. I think honestly AI and like cell phone photography, lot of overlap. Like there are people who can take a good photo on their phone. I won't deny that. Um, but there's also a lot more of those people than good artists. Like it's not. like I'm not sure I buy the idea that anyone who creates something with just AI is doing too much creatively. Um, but I don't think it cancels out, the stuff you do. Like let's say you, as you said, you use it as a base, a starting point. Like, like the stuff you do after that starting point, I think you should still be able to be proud of. But, it I think it probably will work best when it's used on the boring stuff. Like things that would have previously been done with like an asset pack or something. That is what I think an AI would make the most sense for. But I don't know. It like I don't need AI to happen. I'm gonna make games no matter what. But if it does happen, my hope is that, my friends can continue finding steady employment, that I am still able to make stuff that people find compelling. I don't really have too many goals beyond that. Okay, so I'm going to move this over to here. Aha, okay. So now, so we have these different powers. Okay, so let's rearrange things a bit. Um, hey there, Amluz. Can I add the size power? Maybe, we'll see. I I'm committing to the stuff that exists. Beyond that, we'll just have to see. I would like it to work, but if it doesn't work, I'm not gonna like delay the game a year to try to make it work. Um, we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna make it so that you can have the size of your like superhero mode be different from the size of your normal character mode. I am gonna do that. That seems like a pretty good, place to start. Um, Okay, Emily, you've done this a few times. What's a flashbang in relation to a car? Is this a car term? I'm just not familiar with what that means. Oh, like it's just being full plastic? I mean, yeah, I'll try to make the car better. I've gotten a little bit better at making cars since then, but at the end of the day, I'm no promises. Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. Um, yeah, I just honestly, that's probably one area where I'm still fairly underdeveloped as a developer. Cars, like just in terms of making it. Like I've done trains, I've done spaceships, I've even done boats, kind of. But cars, yeah, I'm not great. I'm not great with cars. Honestly, I think King, you are doing this correctly. People should forget cars are in the game. That is the ideal way to enjoy superhero life too. Just be like, oh, there are cars in the game. And then people kind of look at you awkwardly for a moment and explain how they all are horrible. And then you're like, oh, okay. That's why I never see them get used. Um, mhm, yeah. The mhm, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I actually, funnily enough, when I made Superhero Life 2, I sat right across from the person who made Vehicle Simulator during the Roblox internship. I bet they look back and, greatest regret of their life, not helping me make the vehicles better. Yeah, that's probably number one regret. Yeah, the so magic. I'm open to magic powers. I want to implement it because at the end of the day, a magic power where you shoot sparkles at someone versus a science power where you shoot Tesla coil lightning at someone. Like it all runs off code, real code. And so having one of them be magic, like a person who shoots fire from their hands, it's magic if they have no flamethrower, and it's not magic if they have a flamethrower. So I'm going to get the underlying functionality down, and I'm just going to let the player themselves decide what to call it. Do you know who Flamingo is? uh yes, in fact I've actually kind of worked with them. I did a back in, I think, 2021, I did kind of a game show, sort of like Restaurant Impossible, except for game dev. The game show's definitely overwhelming. It was like a YouTube series. It was fun, but only lasted a few episodes because I got overwhelmed with having to manage all that. Yeah, and Flamingo was one of the people who provided money to give the winners. Yeah, I didn't talk to them too much, but they seemed very nice and, went out of their way to support developers, which, that's respect. Um, Once made a car fly in Super Hero 2 by mistake. Yeah, it's all right. Everything related to the vehicles in Super Hero Life 2 is some form of mistake. So, you know, the where I used to make jokes about how bad my UI was in Super Hero Life 2, I really should have been making jokes about the vehicles. I am going to work on the apartment and bases, yeah, at some point. I just, question is when. Um, what's my field of view at? Is this like not standard? No, it's 70. I must be going crazy. Maybe it's because I have the window less wide. Um, hmm, also, I think it's cool to have, like, comparison. We can have, so now let's actually load up the, let's see. Um, all right, so now I can manually, can I select different sources? Oh, okay. But yeah, so let me close that. So will I keep combos from the original screen? Um, Honestly, I don't hear too much about power combo glitching. I'm sure it's possible, but yeah, I am for the most part. I'm going to try to make it so that you can. I want to be a little bit more intelligent with what these mean. Like, for example, if you have a sword, I would love if I would love to be able to like have a sword in one hand, a gun in the other, and then be able to fly around with both of them equipped. Um, and so yeah, that's let's see. In terms of what that actually means, well, that's what we're figuring out right now. But first, let's agree. So melee. In fact, let's just call this abilities right now. We're just going to have abilities that, have like a specific finite time. Um, yeah, abilities and effects or something. And we can just have those be enabled or disabled. Yeah, so we're going to have powers. Uh, so folders, effects. Uh, do, do, what do we even call this? Like, I guess, I don't know, elemental punch or something. Yeah. Then we can also have, I don't know, it's just kind of a slice, hit, punch, stab. This is getting too low level. See, this is why I need to think about this as like a hit. All right, so knock back, because these we got to think of these as components. Like, does it slice? Does it have a knockback? But even then, like, oh no, okay, so okay. Mm. Animation. I can already feel it over scoping. I can just see the scope like exponentially increasing, like a fractal. Like, ah, okay. Because like, yeah, I know, like you're right, Kato. Like um, yeah, and Calu. Like just like the being able to, I want to be able to do combos. I want to also have, ideally, something like a fire punch and like a magic punch would only be like a different particle effect. Um, so we'll see. Um, so animation, knockback, slice. So we got knockback, animation, slice, um, move. Stat. Mm. Okay, so we have those components. Maybe we can call these like character components. Um, and then we can have hitbox components. Handle. I feel like handle should actually be part of animation. So maybe we should have a word for different, maybe visual or something. Visual sequence, knockback. Um, go for it. Um, yeah, Team K doing the double threat. Yeah. The yeah, no, go for it, Chris Terminator. The okay, so let's let's do some stuff simple. So let's see if it actually boots up the what's it called? Why's it yelling at me? Sad. I think I need to modify how I do this. Okay, so build path. Do I still have studio sequence as a thing? I do. So why's he yelling at me? Hmm. I mean, I'm very pro trans rights, so I don't know. I don't really know if it'll be that much of an interesting opinion. You know, I feel like gamers should especially be trans rights. Like, y'all know that changing your identity on a visual level to match, who you feel like on the inside. That's like literally an avatar. You know that, right? Like anyone who has a problem with, someone expressing themselves in a way that, they weren't born as and who plays video games, needs to really stop and, reflect. Yeah, no. Yeah, and my hot take is all gamers are trans and trans rights. Let's ally the gamer cause, with the real one. I mean, with the trans cause. Yeah, gamers for trans. I will say I don't like the flag though. I don't know. It looks like when I see it, I think like an ice cream shop in terms of flavors. You know, it's just like I think the pride flag just has such a better hit. Like that just looks good. You know, it. I think that we can do rebranding for okay. First, we'll get everyone the rights they deserve, and then we'll work on the branding. I think that's the correct order of operations. I don't even want to know what a straight flag is. I'm just assuming like a Nazi flag or something awful. I don't know why I'd need a flag for that. It seems a bit silly. The let's see. Okay, so free pass for grinding for an apartment. That's different. Okay, cookie clicker. I am open to more idle stuff. Um, yeah, you know, I can't imagine a checkerboard flag being pretty cool. I don't know exactly. Honestly, that should be the intersectionality flag. I think that actually would be pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so so how about components, hitbox? I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how to even do this. Okay, let's let's try this. Um, let's see if we can boot it up yet. Why did it only sync 21 minutes ago? Suspicious. Just gonna remove the boot stuff. I think I can do better. I've moved beyond that. So settings, out, remove that, remove that, remove that. Okay, so now we just have to go into here and remove this mess that we've made. TikTok is ruining my brain. I have this one like stupid like lady, hear me too, because it keeps playing at the end of this one Grand Theft Auto like um radio thing. It's funny because I think it's a brand choice. Like it just every video where I have like where I hear like this radio announcer, I hear this song at the end, and like it's funny to me because it feels like an Easter egg or something. Um, but yeah. So source client uh, so source server boot dot luau. Actually, wait, it'd be boot dot client dot luau. Okay, so now let's go back to here, boot.client.luau, and server script service. Um, boot.server.luau. Do we have police station? I don't know. I go back and forth on it. On the one hand, I don't like cops that much. They keep they keep seeming to assume that I'm like a violent criminal. And I guess it appears I'm not alone. Um, the but at the same time, like they exist, and so a good world that kind of has a law enforcement solution in there. Um, if I do edit though, this isn't going to be like you know any like thin blue line kind of stuff. Like if you are role playing as a cop, you are accepting bribes and meeting like monthly beating up people quotas. Like it is um it is going to be very over the top. It's going to be so over the top, people are going to think it's not political. It's going to be like Starship Troopers. Like it's gonna be like we're like people are like, how do you think this is not political? And like the dumbest people on the internet will be like, no, no, it's not. You just don't get it. Yeah. So, well, that's a good point, Jimmy Dogwetts. That's a good point. Honestly, I think the cops exist to try to hunt down the heroes, Batman style. Um, let's see. But wait, there's more. Um, healing. Yeah, I do like a lot of your ideas. There, Chris Terminator. I think I'm not sure how I want to do the energy stuff because on the one hand, I do agree that we can't just have nothing, but I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe what we need is not a stamina thing, but like certain things just take more energy to use. Like almost like I would love to see it more as like if you are flying and shooting, you have a lower damage and like attack range, like it's reduced effectiveness, rather than like saying, oh no, you're too tired for this. Like that's the thing I don't get. Like I can't exactly run a mile right now, but I fully believe my game character can. And so for them to be tired after just a light jog, it's a bit too close to home. Um, Super cops, well that's maybe like a RoboCop. I think RoboCop is very fun in its cynicism. Um, I don't know. The Yeah, no, I do like the idea of like the yeah the like I guess I feel like some cops you like okay in a world of superheroes cop militarization actually would kind of make sense. It doesn't make sense in any real life thing, but you know when the people you're fighting have lasers in their eyes and are bulletproof, yeah maybe you do need to own a tank. But yeah, honestly, the cops in the military should be seen as like a very similar thing in this game. It'd be cool to have like, you know, that kind of stuff. I just I don't want a bunch of people role playing as cops and thinking like that they're, you know, inherently the good guys. I'm not saying that good people can't be cops. I'm saying that the incentives in this system encourage you to not do good things, you know? They encourage you to choose more violent, you know, actions. They encourage you to target people unfairly. And so, yeah, I think that whatever implementation in game should, you know, reflect that. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like in terms of like wearing stuff, ideally the character customization was strong enough that you could just make any outfit, but you know, we'll see. Complete plot armor. Yeah. How about complete immunity to prosecution? That should be that should be a superpower. Yeah, um, okay. What else? Boot, server, client. Um, okay. What else? Hmm, this is a tough one. Okay, so import style service. Let's I guess let's make a package. Import package made style service init made. Oh, I guess I need to um hmm, import. I should be moving away from requiring a maid for these. Seems antiquated, you know? Let's instead use it internally and then do that. That works pretty well. And then so now init can send that back and we can get something that looks all right. Hmm. Did I remember to upgrade the maid class for this? Oh, I did. Okay. I wonder what this is about. Oh, did I not upgrade Cold Fusion though? That might be true. Okay, so let me, while we dot run, uh, all right, Cold Fusion. Okay, so it's 9.1.1, and so that should fix that. Um, so laser vision, I could definitely see that being a pretty quick like addition, you know? Like that just kind of makes sense, I feel. Um, okay, so init, style service init. I guess now same for map service. Made equals new dot new. Uh, I think I broke Luau LSP again. I'm really putting it through too much, giving it too many headaches. Okay. Um, Let me see. In fact, let me actually go in and change the code snippet. Um, do I have that anywhere? So file preferences, uh, configure user snippets. All right, let's try this out. Yeah, no, there are a lot of glitches in that game, like a lot. Okay, so now return function. Oh, that was pretty cool. Good job, Copilot. Good job. Um, Types. Okay, so now import inheritance, import object service, import object. Okay, so now that should look better. What else should I do? Okay, so I'm returning this. Perfect. Well, they shouldn't put their I that is funny. Okay, I read that as not a joke at first. Okay, yeah, that is funny. Yeah, yeah, the ultimate upgrade. Um, okay, let's try this. Server, same thing again. Is this like actually a service yet right now, or is it just kind of a thing? It's just kind of a thing. All right, so now we should, in theory, have um, okay, so I'm just gonna remove some of the so shared. Let's just reload the window. Um, yeah, I think Superhero Life 3 does a better job with combat mode. It doesn't do a better job with customization, hence why it doesn't do as well as a game. But I do think combat in Superhero Life 3 does a better job. I'm not sure it balances as well um, due to the lack of stamina, but I do think stamina wasn't necessarily the best decision to begin with. It just needs there needs to be some consideration for balancing. Um, well, honestly, getting froze and then shot, I think is actually fine. Like, if you can use your powers in a combo in a way that's interesting, that's good. I just think there should also be a in power way to combo that. Like, you know, a person who's on fire should not be able to be frozen. You know, like that should that you should just have like a built-in kind of immunity to that. Okay, so let's try this now. I can see it. Huh? Why'd that happen? Is that true? No. Oh well. Okay. So map service 6.8 object detail. So 6.8. Okay. While not okay. So until I'm using task.wait until and primary part is a base part. Temps equals 0. Do end or attempts. No, it should be attempts over 15. All right, so let's try this again. Should be a bit more stable. Come on. Ah, why didn't that? How? Okay, that's stupid. 185. Okay, we're gonna make a function called wait for primary part. Function wait for primary part. Duration number. Okay. Model, model. Assert primary part and primary part is a base part. Add primary part for model get full name. Okay. So now we're going to do this here. Wait for primary part, map object 15. So wait for primary part. What is it returning in a might? Okay. We'll start equals tick or okay, so tick minus start. Let's see, so tick minus start is over the duration. If duration then, all right, so primary part, moving the temps stuff. So this should, so if duration and is nil, then return nil. Or I guess return primary part, even if it's not an instance. Um, okay, let's try this again. All right, yeah, got the Windows to boot up. Good job, team. Yeah, no, I think VoteKick should be a custom server thing. You know, that's not something I'd want to necessarily implement on just any server. Wow, these streets are nice. You know, This is a small thing, but mistakes were made. Note to self, don't enter the game um, when you have the demo running. Okay. Why is it not cleaning up anymore? Like for real. Ah, wait, never mind. I figured it out. It's because I changed how it detects the. This is on me. This one's on me. It's because I changed how I'm booting up the cleanup. I bet if I show this, it'll just error immediately. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, I was like, what? Why isn't this working? Turns out fairly obvious standard reasons. Give task style service dot init. All right, so now an import client style service. Okay, it's fine. All right, so now we should be able to get this going. All right, and now that should be able to clean up. Excellent. Save. Um, I might watch The Boys season 4. I I don't know. I'm gonna wait until people tell me if it's worth it because I feel like the show is decreasing in quality a bit, but also increasing. Does that make sense? Like there are some parts of the show which feel more interesting, and there are other parts of the show that are feeling tired, and so I don't really know how to feel about it. I think Invincible is more of a fit for me. I prefer Invincible mostly. Um, but yeah, so in terms of actually adding these powers, so assets. Do you think this will still work when I put it in server storage? I guess replicated storage because it has to be working from a client. Looks like it did. Okay, nice. So how about Okay, so we have, let's codify it. I swear the most random plugins decide that they are just going to exist when I enter the game. It's like, this is my moment. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Okay, so let's just start out with some stuff. Okay, so shared. All right, so power, component. Let's just start with the hitbox. And then power ability. Um, trigger. Yeah, no, Invincible. Oh, Adventures of Superman. I really enjoyed Adventures of Superman. I'm not sure it was necessarily groundbreaking, but it did feel like a nice modernization of it. You know, I really liked it. Um, I don't think it was going anything like next level, but like it really understood that the core of these kind of shows should be the characters, you know? And I think it did a good job doing that. Um, yeah, I enjoyed that. I'll definitely be watching the second season, should that be coming out. How about let's just do this a all right, so init.luau. Okay, so now we're going to have okay, import object ability. Oh, I should have added the header. Import header. So now let's organize this. Um, See if I can guess it. Come on, guess it, guess it. Uh, oh well. Um, we don't need to initialize this one. Blue-Eyed Samurai. I have heard good things about that. I haven't watched it, but I probably will. Yeah, the so many good shows, so little time. Uh, okay, so now hmm, need to practice Vim more. Mouses are just so slow. Okay, so what should a component have? So a component should have a type, I guess a class name or something. Or how about type, and it should be a string. Um, okay, so yeah, blue. From what I've heard, Blue Eyed Samurai is definitely not for younger audiences, but you know, still a good show. Should I be doing this functionally? Oh, how should I organize this? This is a headache. This is a headache. Okay, so how about library? Hmm. All right, let's just start with we're going to take the legacy powers. How about sword? Okay, sword. Luau, sword. Um, hmm. We're just going to focus on getting this feeling right. Faded in. That song is going to kill me. So guys, come on. How is this discussion both too mature and too immature at the same time? I guess that's what being a teenager is. Um, please, new topic. Hmm. Some shows are not appropriate for some. We can all agree as to whether that show is appropriate for you. I don't know. Depending on how old you are, ask your parent. If you're old enough to not ask your parent, you don't have to. No, no, I'm not asking for it. Here's, whenever I say to change topic, it's rarely me being like, y'all are in trouble, y'all are misbehaving. It's more just like, okay, I got to keep this on the rails. Um, so import subtype. Okay, so hmm, I almost want to pass this as like a static data type. import. How about we'll do like a slash dot luau. So no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. This is a headache. Okay, so import sub shared power ability. Is my is that source map script running fine? Let's see. Ability. I feel like ability should almost be like a static thing, but they also need to be constructed. Hmm, it's a headache. Is this at least showing up now? There we go. Okay, so import. I have no idea what that means. Not sure I want to know. Let's see. Inaccurate depiction of the president. Interesting, interesting. Okay, hmm, I don't like Biden that much. It's gonna really suck that I have to vote for him again. It's gonna be painful. But like, you have two choices. Hmm. Let's see. Should have been Bernie. Uh, okay. Let's hook this up. Self dot abilities. Um, I'm so annoyed. How do I do this? Uh, okay, because every time I think it through, it's like every time I think I understand, I know that I want the actual effect of it to be done um, via components. Okay. How about, okay, so player, like actually making, the problem is actually making the components render on each client. Like you want to do object oriented for organization, but then the second you do networking, you want it to be like a functional data type stuff. It's such a headache. Hey there, Broccolin. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with that song, but I hope you find it. Oh, maybe Jimmy Dogwet knows it. To the rescue, iconic Jimmy Dogwet's moment. Mm, actually, now I don't know. Uh, Human interaction confuses me. Okay, so how do I? Okay, I'm going to make it functional. This is too much of a headache. I'm just sitting here thinking like, okay, how do I best organize this? Oh, well, okay, how about sword build character model? All right, yay. Return util. Um, okay, so how do I even do this? Because I think ability might, how would I set a life cycle for that? Like, like how would I actually, okay, how about, okay, so let's make local, let's see. Okay, so what should a sort have? So add, right, well, I guess you'd want to have like the slash ability. Oh, but now I don't know how I should do abilities. Oh, this is a nightmare. Let's see. How do I want to do abilities? because I want it to, okay, so what do I want? I want it to be, I want it to be more or less able to be passed between client and server. And so that implies functional, but I also want it to be able to layer stuff together, which implies components. Okay, so what if I made components be like a static data type without state? How is to make a types folder? Types.luau header. Okay. Util.new component. Okay, so type power ability component, and then we're going to have type ability, and then type power. So we're going to have these be their own things, I guess. So this should be immutable. Ability should maybe not be immutable. No, but no, none of them should be because we want to be able to customize at a component level, like change the. Okay, well, still better than nothing, I guess. Looks like we seem to be narrowing things down. Also, today's actually Valentine's Day in Brazil. So, yeah, fun fact. Yeah, I honestly, of all the drama in the channel today, I did not expect, riots over the name of a song. Um, name string. Hmm. Y'all, okay, we're pausing a new topic. This one. Okay. Shoot. Okay, so I guess, yeah, that one's probably makes sense. No. Components, ability component. power component type is equal to, let's see, so effect, I guess so hitbox trigger, let's see, so hitbox trigger, what else? I guess we can just keep it at those for now. I don't care, yo. I've never heard of this song. Import. I don't like that my code snippets are slowing down. That's annoying. There we go. I guess sudo enum isn't package technically. Um, hmm. What's happening? Um, y'all, what is going on here? Okay, new topic. I'm gonna all right, I'm gonna start muting people for a bit. This has gotten surprisingly heated for song Googling. Um, um, hmm. Hello? People are fighting. I don't know. But no, what I'm doing is I am trying to think of a way to organize the powers so that they can both be component based, but also functional. I don't know. It's weird. It's going poorly. I might end up having to redo this a few times as I get it right. I'm not exporting these. I should be exporting them. Export type. Okay, so a power functionally serves as like an ability bundle. Hmm, how do I do this? Yes, but you spelled right as WRITE, so is it really a victory? But no, jokes aside though, like it's I hope you found the song you needed. Um, I don't remember how this conversation started, but yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out. So we have the power. Okay. Okay. So maybe dot load. Yeah, everyone, please be safe for work. Thank you. Um, hmm. Power component. Power. Location. I mean, it's not the craziest lore. Admittedly, though, I never paid myself when I became. I actually, honestly, Deadly Pineapple Games doesn't really exist as a company. It was never formally created. It's just a Roblox group. Nightcycle is actually a company, though. Let's see. Power equip location. Everything changed when the Syndicorp attacked. True. This is such a headache. Doofy shirts. Doofin shirts. That's the fashion brand. Uh, I can already imagine it's like a episode where, for some reason, Agent P is summoned because Doofenshmirtz has made a fashion brand called Doofenshirts, you know? And then, I don't know, when Perry comes into the secret lair, he gets tied up in a giant sweater or something. I don't know. Not even in like a real way, like maybe like they tie the sleeves together while he's wearing it kind of way. Uh, yeah, anyway, that show's fun, but it's like, I think it lasted as long as it should have, you know? Like I feel like they got most of the ideas out. It's like I don't want it to become like a Simpsons thing where they just run it into the ground. Single hand, double hand. This is such a headache. Okay. I hadn't heard the secret lore. Dang, Chris Terminator. Breaking out the A tier comedy tonight. Okay, I'm going to go crazy. Plead. Clear. Man, I'm gonna have to think more about this, y'all. I think I'm gonna end the stream a bit early today, because I cannot, for the life of me, uh, imagine how to do this. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll get around to it. We're just gonna have to, just try some things. I know what I want, but like I know what I want individually, and then it's just when I sort of combine the things I want individually together, there's just some really weird overlapping responsibilities. And so resolving that is more of a headache than I realized. But if I do it right, I should have a pretty flexible system that I can easily, you know, add new things to. And we will see how that goes. Let's see. Um, I'm just gonna spawn the map for fun. All right. Yay! It booted it. Very nice. Very nice. It is starting to really feel like a city. What do the render calls that? Honestly, I was expecting worse. Um, yeah, no, stuff's looking pretty good. This has been very mildly annoying me, but I'm gonna fix it now. I feel like this should be a little bit taller, like that. Perfect. It's interesting. Okay, let's see. I think this will look nicer. Yeah, that seems like a more appropriate height. That seems like a more correct fit. You can even see it over here, like it just looks closer to that. Being dumb's great. Gives you so much optimism in life, such as, me when I plan out a power system. Oh well. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. I will think about this and, see y'all tomorrow, hopefully with a little bit more ideas as to how I could actually get this working. But it might just be just hammering at stuff, like just starting out with some really small things, like, okay, how do I do this functionally? And then, kind of just doing that. Will cheese be added? Uh, that would be, I do think food props are something that's definitely viable. Um, but yeah, we'll have to see beyond that. All right. Thank y'all very much. And I will see y'all next time. All right. Peace.